You can see what you're breathing in. Now at 6 o'clock, details on an air quality alert impacting a large swath of eastern Washington.
And we are expecting a smoking hot weekend around our region. Find out when we'll see some relief. Jason Valentine is tracking your first alert forecast.
Plus, offering healing prayers, a moment of blessing held today in Yakima at the scene of a deadly shooting.
Now, KAPP local news at 6.
Happening now, an air quality alert across our region as wildfire smoke continues to pour into the atmosphere over eastern Washington. Our smoky skies top the news this evening. I'm Madeline Hagan.
And I'm Alyssa Warner. You can feel it around your eyes. If you're sensitive to it, it'll bother your breathing and your throat. Our skies are choked with smoke from wildfires burning in western Canada. You can actually see it cast a pall over our region. And on top of that, it's hot. We've got even hotter temperatures ahead for your weekend. Jason Valentine has your first alert forecast.
Good Friday evening, everyone. Welcome to the weekend. Hope you had a wonderful day today. Hope you have a nice weekend planned and a lot going on. We have heat, sun, and yes, smoke to talk about. Overnight tonight, we are going to see clearing, and into tomorrow, we're going to see some sunshine as well. We'll see those hazy conditions continue. We do have air quality alerts in our areas, and it has affected our air quality throughout our regions today. Now, we are going to be expecting to see a little bit warmer temperatures tomorrow, most likely some records being broken, but it just depends on the smoke. If it's a little thicker than expected, that could mean a bit cooler temperatures than expected. But we are going to have highs in the 90s, plenty of sunshine, but we do have a cool down coming on Sunday and a much cooler temperatures in our next work week. Also a little bit of shower activity to talk about late Saturday into Sunday. A lot going on. You're not going to want to miss my full forecast that's coming up. But for right now, I'm going to send it back to you.
Thanks, Jason. Wastewater accounts for 5% of greenhouse gas emissions worldwide. A new project in Pasco is utilizing algae to reduce methane emissions. Today, photographer Chris Whitmer and I learned how this ancient plant could be the future for wastewater treatment. It was considered a risky project 25 years ago, a water reuse plant to attract food processors to Pasco.
And it was a very successful risk that they took.
Now the city of Pasco wants to boost sustainability by turning wastewater from the food processors into something useful.
The time has come for us to expand it because our processors want to grow, and we have a new processor, Dairy Gold, coming into the region.
Literally, the planet depends on the success of the enterprises here in Tri-Cities.
No pressure, right? Governor Jay Inslee paid Pasco a visit, congratulating this pioneer project and the people behind it.
This is a center of innovation unparalleled really in the world. So we're so excited to have this in Washington State. And every time I come to Tri-Cities, there's a good news story.
Thanks to moves by state lawmakers, around $63 million in grants and loans will help fund the project. It involves technology developed in Iowa.
Treat the wastewater that comes from the processors. That treatment will create methane. The methane will be captured, go to a treatment that will turn it into renewable natural gas, and that renewable natural gas will then be pumped into the natural gas pipelines and go to all the homes and businesses around the area. Rotating algae belts. The belts rotate in and out of the wastewater. It pulls nitrogen out of the wastewater, and it pulls carbon out of the air.
Phil Gates with Gross One Technologies says what's left will be water that can irrigate nearby agriculture.
Algae represents a paradigm shift in how we treat wastewater. It is absolutely a powerhouse.
And the sustainability doesn't stop there. GWT has been sending algae samples to PNNL, who's looking to turn those into biofuel. They're hoping to have this expansion completed within a year. And with that Dairy Gold plant coming to Pasco, this project will really be essential for the reuse facility to stay within the Department of Ecology nitrogen limits. Construction starts next week.
Tonight, law enforcement officers across Idaho, Oregon, and Washington continue the search for a 2-year-old boy who disappeared from a Boise suburb more than 24 hours ago. Investigators believe the boy's father, who does not have custody, kidnapped him. So 2-year-old Rudy Reyes and his father might be driving a gray 2008 Lexus sedan, according to investigators. They have the Idaho license plate number 2CTJ790. Investigators said last night they thought Reyes might be headed to Pendleton, Oregon, or Rochester, Washington, which is northwest of Centralia. So you can see there's a lot of space that they're searching for these two. If you see them, call 911 right away. Tonight, a mother and her 2 sons are among the people who have been arrested for a Richland homicide that happened on New Year's Eve. 19-year-old Felipe Manjarres Jr. of Sunnyside is facing a murder charge in the shooting death of 21-year-old Michael Castoreno Jr. Manjarres' 16-year-old brother was also arrested on suspicion of unlawful possession of a firearm. Rosalina Guzman, the mother of the 2 boys, is facing a charge of rendering criminal assistance. Guzman and Manjarres were found in Oklahoma. Police say the U.S. Marshals Service helped track them down there shortly after the killing. Police say they will be taken back to Benton County to face their charges. Another person, 17-year-old Rafael Torres Topete of Kennewick, is also in jail, charged with the murder of Castoreno.
We're learning new details tonight about a recent break-in and attacks at housing near Pacific Lutheran University in Western Washington.
Tacoma police have arrested a man who's suspected of 2 attacks in the same time frame over Mother's Day weekend.
Now, one of the alleged victims is speaking out in hopes of helping others. She spoke with Jennifer Dowling.
My phone was plugged in next to my head, and he grabbed it so I wouldn't be able to call 911.
She contacted her boyfriend on FaceTime using her computer, then drove to campus security to report the assault.
And I burst in, and I was like, oh my gosh, some dude just broke into my apartment and tried to rape me. And I'm freaking out.
To her surprise, there was another young person in the office who had also been assaulted in the same building about an hour before her. That student lived on the far side of the complex and had woken up at around 4:15 a.m. The Pierce County Sheriff's Department said in a statement that the student thought they saw someone in the dark and got up to check a closet. That's when the man grabbed them and groped them. That student also hit him and screamed for him to leave, and 2 other people who were in the apartment at the time helped to chase him out. Unable to sleep, the trio of roommates decided to get breakfast at 5:30 a.m. at around the same time Robinson was accused of returning to the dorms for the second assault. That first group of survivors heard screaming and saw the man fleeing the building again with his pants around his ankles, recognizing him as the same person who was in their apartment. They followed him and confronted him a few blocks away. He threw a shoe at one of the roommates from that first attack, and they pepper sprayed him and took this picture so police could find him.
Well, his pants were down, and as soon as he pinned me, I saw in his eyes what he wanted to do. And that was terrifying. Because in the past I've been assaulted and I've seen that look before, and I knew, like, if I don't fight right now, like, I will be another victim.
Robinson was quickly identified via tips from the public and arrested, but has since been released from jail pending further investigation.
That gives me a lot of anxiety.
She wants to warn other young women to lock their doors and secure their windows, and she wants to let them know it's okay to come forward if the unthinkable happens.
The reason I did this interview was, like, so other victims who, like, go through, like, sexual assault and sexual violence know that, like, they're not alone. And, like, you can report this stuff, you can talk about it. You deserve to be heard, and you deserve to be listened to.
And again, that was Jennifer Dowling reporting. A student she talked with says a key card is necessary to get into the dorms at Pacific Lutheran University. She says when the police were walking them back to the building, they noted that a screen had been pulled out of a lower level window. She says that may have been an entry point to get in, although that has not yet been confirmed.
The University of Idaho is expanding online. They just got permission from the State Board of Education to buy the University of Phoenix in a $550 million deal. This means the University of Phoenix will become a not-for-profit entity, and the University of Idaho is hoping this will open up more opportunities for adults to reach their academic goals.
What it does is it really expands that. It gives that outreach to our rural and place-based citizens who may not be able to get to our university or who may not be able to find exactly what it is that they're looking for at our degree-oriented university. And this is another option for the citizens of the state of Idaho and beyond.
The University of Idaho says both schools will stay separate with separate programs.
Call it the end of an era. Washington's 511 phone line, which provides automated travel information, is now inactive. Travelers used to call that number for important travel information updates, but emerging technologies have relegated it to history. According to WashDOT, at the height of its use, more than 2 million calls came into the 511 travel line. However, the agency says its usage has dropped nearly 90% since 2009. It costs $150,000 a year to operate it, and WashDOT says that money will be relocated to other transportation technologies to serve Washingtonians.
Well, you've undoubtedly noticed more smoke in the skies today over North Richland. We're going to talk about why that actually represented a critical learning opportunity coming up.
Plus, safety on the water, what you should know before heading to your favorite lake or river during our hot weekend.
And to the rescue, a washed-out worker turned hero arrives just in time. You're watching KAPP Local News at 6.
100% ribeye beef in a burger. Yep, 100% ribeye beef in a burger. My Ribeye Steakhouse burgers, all the flavor of a juicy ribeye steak in a burger. Did I mention they're made with 100% ribeye beef?
Now is the time for a new bath from Bathfitter. Every Bathfitter bath is installed quickly, safely, and beautifully with a lifetime warranty. Go from old to new, from worn to wow. The beautiful bath you've always wanted, done right, installed by one expert technician, all in one day. We've been creating moments like these for 35 years, and we're here to help you get started. Book your free virtual or in-home design consultation today.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Your hometown store has a wide selection of everything egg-related. Plus, we're the largest Purina dealer in Hermiston. Products you trust from people who care. Northwest Farm Supply in Prosser, Hermiston, and Othello.
At the Blue Mountain Station Cooperative in Dayton, Washington, we offer you the Pacific Northwest's finest local products. Fresh baked goods, locally grown produce, artisan cheese, fresh roasted coffee, wine, honey, and so much more. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
What attracted me to working at McCurley is just how much they do for the community. And they do a lot for therapeutic riding of Tri-Cities, which I have a personal connection with. My son Caden, he has autism and he goes there. What I love most about what I do is I am a champion for my customers. We care about our customers and making sure that they get into the best and safest vehicle possible. I'm Taylor Boyce and I'm driving change at McCurley Subaru.
Find your way home in a new Subaru from McCurley Subaru, and together we can make this world a better place.
We're seeing customers come in every single day. Pros are using battery equipment.
Making the switch to battery was one of the best decisions that we made as a company.
We made the switch to battery-powered equipment to be ahead of the industry.
It's made in America, and I wanted something that was built here.
This is where the world is headed. It's better to be ahead of it now than get on it later.
Built for you. Built for work. Real steel. Find yours.
Reel in a fortune during a $200,000 Fishing for a Fortune at Wild Horse Resort and Casino with over $7,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Cash your line and win up to $750 free play, $1,000 cash, or hook a new 15-foot Alaskan DLX boat. Play Wednesdays and multiply your entries. Use your club wild card and earn points and win special prizes from Billy's Bait Shop. Reel in your next fortune today. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
Monday morning means GMA at 7A. And this Monday, a rock star icon, after being brutally attacked, opens up for the first time in a world exclusive. Plus, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is here live.
So good.
Monday on
Good Morning America.
Miranda tweets, I've had trust issues since Jack in the Box discontinued French toast sticks. We'll open that circle of trust again, Miranda, because my French toast sticks are back in 3 or 6 pieces. But then they'll be gone again. It's a pattern. French toast sticks are back starting at $2.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back, everyone. With a hot weekend ahead, many people may be tempted to head to local lakes and rivers, but there are some precautions you should take.
Absolutely. The water isn't much above freezing right now. And KAPP's Riley Fitzgerald talked to first responders about what they want you to know before you take the plunge.
So until probably the end of June, which is 6 weeks from now, you're not going to see really warm water compared with the warm temperatures. So don't be fooled with the warm weather thinking the water's going to be great.
Scott Rapelius with the Columbia Basin Dive Rescue says snow is melting in the mountains, which is slowly making its way over here. Not only is the water cold, but it's also moving quicker than it usually would.
If you see the water flow behind me, you can see right now the water is flowing at about 7,000 to 10,000 cubic feet per second. Normally this time of year, it's around 6,000 to 7,000, so we are flowing quite fast. You can also notice how high the river is right now.
Benton County Fire District 2 Lieutenant Jack Derderian says the water is cold, high, and fast. It may feel great on a hot day, but if you're planning to hop right in, especially keep an eye on any kids.
always make sure you're swimming with somebody or you know somebody that's keeping an eye on you. And if you have kids, keep an extra really close eye on kids.
Have somebody watching the water, somebody designated, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, whatever, because a lot of times somebody thinks everybody else is watching and nobody's watching, and that's when the accident happens. So designate somebody.
They also say that while the Columbia River is facing bad conditions for recreating, the Yakima River is even worse.
The Yakima is a little dangerous as far as debris right now, so it's fun to float on it when it's swift like this, but just be well aware of things sticking out of the water or floating down with you in the water.
If you do decide to hit the water, make sure it's safe and it's fun.
If the river is flowing pretty fast, pretty high, kind of dirty, but it is Memorial Day coming up. I know there'll be a lot of people around the water, so please enjoy yourselves, have a great time. We're going to have some fantastic weather coming up.
It does look so tempting.
Yes, but still very chilly. Maybe just splash yourself with some of the water.
Sit beside the river.
Most definitely.
Now, another option for fun this weekend is taking in a Dust Devils game. I know that's on your plate.
Oh, yes, it is. Tomorrow night, I will throw out the first pitch before the game, and we're going to take a live look at Kisa Stadium from our Skycam in Pasco. Still that haze just hanging around, but Saturday night, the Dust Devils take on the Vancouver Canadians. Here's some video when Jason threw out the first pitch before a game back in April during KAPP KVEW Family Feast Night at the park. Tomorrow's game starts at 6:30. Should be either hilarious, definitely memorable, and we'll see how my throwing arm does.
You know, it'll be a lot warmer for sure. I was at the game in April and it was so cold.
Yes, that will help. I'll make sure to get all warmed up, and again, we hope to see you there tomorrow night.
All right. Jason's been telling us it should be pretty perfect weather for baseball. Now, if your American flag is a little bit tattered, KAPP KVEW Local News and Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking are hosting the Great American Flag Swap. On Tuesday, you can bring your used flag to Rick's in Kennewick and swap it for a brand new American flag. As part of the celebration, they will be serving free barbecue. It all starts at 11 a.m. at Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking. Again, that is coming up on Tuesday.
Now, KAPP KVEW First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Aha, good Friday evening, everyone. Again, I hope you had a wonderful day today. So heat records, they most likely could fall tomorrow, but there is a wild card in there, and it is the smoke, which has dropped our air quality throughout our day today, and we have air quality alerts throughout many of our regions. It is going to be cooler by Sunday. So with these records, we do expect to see records to fall tomorrow. Here's our forecasted temperatures, and here's what our records are. So Tri-Cities, Yakima, Walla Walla, and possibly Pendleton, if it gets a little bit warmer than expected, could break some records. But the smoke is the wild card. If it's a little thicker than expected, we could see a bit cooler temperatures than our forecast. So we're going to keep a close eye on that, but we're going to be at above or near record temperatures for your Saturday. And our temperature trend as we leave tomorrow is finally going to be cooling down, and we're going to see much more comfortable conditions next week, right around our average, and our average for all of our areas is in the 70s. So as we move into our wind, this is good news for the smoke in our regions. As we get to Sunday, we do expect to see winds from the southwest 10 to 20 mile per hour. That should be pushing out some, if not all, of the smoke that's in our areas. And again, that smoke is coming from those wildfires in Canada, and those southwest winds will continue Monday and Tuesday. So we'll keep a close eye on that, but hopefully we get relief from the heat and from the smoke as we move along into our next work week. So our future cast, we still have just a bit of shower activity expected in the Cascades, and we do have a little bit coming in from the southwest that should dissipate before it gets to any of our cities. As we move along in Saturday, again, a little bit of electricity, it looks like, thunder and lightning in the Cascades. A little could bleed over into Ellensburg and Yakima. Best chance for anything sustained will be Saturday night, tomorrow night into early Sunday morning. Blue Mountain region seeing quite a bit of cells, and then it'll move into the Tri-Cities, possibly also into the Yakima area. But that should be done before sunrise on Sunday, and then a little bit of precipitation just to the east of the Blue Mountain region. All right, our 2023 countdown. We're only 10 days away from Memorial Day, a week from Monday. That is just barreling at us. Father's Day and Juneteenth, just about a month away. So overnight tonight, we are staying very very warm. Actually, we're taking a look at tomorrow. We're staying very, very warm, and we're going to be seeing those highs. Again, should be some records broken unless the sun blunts the temperature just a bit. 89 for Ellensburg. Other than that, mid to upper 90s. As we move into our 7-day forecast, we do expect to see that cool down to start on Sunday. And then as we move into our work week, we expect to see upper 70s to lower 80s, possibly a little bit warmer a week from today. But folks, plenty of sunshine is on the way. We, again, could see a shower or two, especially Saturday into early Sunday. But still, folks, more sunshine than not. For the Yakima region, 93 tomorrow, then 84 by Sunday, and then mid-70s to start your work week with building temperatures as we get into the latter part of next week. So, folks, we do have smoke, sun, and heat dominating our areas for the next 2 days. Hopefully, we'll see winds come in on our weekend and get rid of that smoke again from the Canadian wildfires. But do get ready for very hot temperatures. And if you're tired of the temperatures, the hot temperatures, you'll get some relief Sunday and especially in our next work week.
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, stunning smiles for the whole family.
Make an experience this weekend to Vapiano. Relax in the country, experience the wine, and share in the joy. Vapiano awaits you and your friends. Make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estate and Winery. Slow down, enjoy the journey.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more, with a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade, all with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Welcome back. We've seen the air quality getting worse over the last several days as smoke has moved in south from Canada. Now in North Richland today, this is where the smoke was coming from. It was intentional though. Fire crews from all across the Tri-Cities were performing burn operations on a patch of land owned by the WSU Tri-Cities Wine Science Program. Knowing that during wildfire season, the 30+ acres could be a fire hazard, they asked for it to be cleared in advance. And it was also a way for the new group recruits to get some practice. Ben Shearer with the Pasco Fire Department says they were taking the training from the classroom to the wildlands.
how to scrape the ground, how to pull the weeds out of the ground, clear that fuel away from the fire, and able to control the fire. In a wildland fire, it's usually a little bit different than a structure fire. We're not usually trying to put the fire out as much as we're trying to clear the area in front of it and let it put itself out as much as possible, or burn out areas in order to remove that fuel.
Now, wildfire season typically peaks in our area during July, and Shearer says every local fire agency has already seen their share of wildfires recently. In this case, though, they get some contained practice to make those real scenes run smoother. You're watching KAPP KVEW Local News at 6. We're back in just a moment.
Portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
It's a celebration of Merlot this summer in Walla Walla, July 13th through the 15th. Join more than 50 Walla Walla wineries for Celebrate Walla Walla Valley Wine. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium Merlots during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Participate in this full sensory experience from July 13th through the 15th. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
This is how legends are. 2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups. Plus, get a $2,500 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your community Chevy dealers.
Luxurious Karastan carpets are just the footing you need to live beautifully. And now, during National Karastan Month, you can save beautifully. Use your exclusive rebate to receive up to $1,000 back on select styles of Karastan carpets and the flawless craftsmanship of Luxe Craft hard surface flooring. Live beautifully, save beautifully with Karastan at Floor & Home by Carpet One.
Come see us at Floor & Home. Let us help create your space.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
When you own a Ford, you get more than a vehicle. You get the benefit of having your vehicle picked up for service.
Here for the Explorer. There you go. All right, we'll get it right back to you.
This is U-Mode.
All the convenience of owning a Ford with a local partner. Corwin Ford Tri-Cities.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. If you're having emotional, psychological, or severe anxiety issues, get medical help because taking care of your mental health is vitally important.
Mental health services at Prosser Memorial Health's primary care clinics. Visit prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Well, it doesn't take much to do something extraordinary and become a hero.
Take, for example, WashDOT's incident response team member, Brandon. In an agency post, WashDOT explains how he saved a pup in distress.
WashDOT says people witnessed a little dog running along a busy highway in western Washington. Drivers stopped to try and grab the dog, but they continued to run in the road's shoulder, they say in an agitated manner.
That's when Brandon jumped into action. He quickly grabbed the little dog, which he named Frogger for its road running antics. The dog, whose actual name is Maggie, went to a shelter and later ended up back in the arms of her family.
Hopefully they'll keep a closer handle on
Most
her next time.
definitely.
Well, you might have one in your home right now. We're talking about a candle recall coming up.
Plus, the final frontier, where stem cells from the Alien Institute in Western Washington will go this weekend that they haven't ever been before.
I think that's the Allen Institute.
Allen Institute, excuse me.
And the college grad who doesn't even have his license yet. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
Now, KAPP local news at 6:30.
Now at 6:30, we are tracking those smoky skies over eastern Washington. It's already triggered an air quality alert over the mid-Columbia and Yakima. That amidst already hot temperatures. Thanks so much for sticking with us this evening. I'm Madeline Hagan.
And I'm Alyssa Warner. Taking a look at that air quality right now, you can see much like last night, much of our area is in moderate air quality range. It means if you are sensitive to wildfire smoke or if you have other health issues that impact your heart and lungs, you're going to want to take precautions. Try to stay inside if you can. We're taking a look outside right now. You can really see that haze. It looks a lot worse than the air quality monitors are actually telling us that it is. Jason Valentine has a look at what to expect for the weekend.
Good Friday evening, everyone. Welcome to the weekend. Hope you had a wonderful day today. Hope you have a nice weekend planned and a lot going on. We have heat, sun, and yes, smoke to talk about. Overnight tonight, we are going to see clearing, and into tomorrow, we're going to see some sunshine as well. We'll see those hazy conditions continue. We do have air quality alerts in our areas, and it has affected our air quality throughout our regions today. Now, we are going to be expecting to see a little bit warmer temperatures tomorrow, most likely some records being broken, but it just depends on the smoke. If it's a little thicker than expected, that could mean a bit cooler temperatures than expected. But we are going to have highs in the 90s, plenty of sunshine, but we do have a cool down coming on Sunday and a much cooler temperatures in our next work week. Also a little bit of shower activity to talk about late Saturday into Sunday. A lot going on. You're not going to want to miss my full forecast that's coming up. But for right now, I'm going to send it back to you.
Thanks, Jason. And tonight, police still have no idea about who fatally shot a 33-year-old Yakima man earlier this week or why.
Today, his family gathered at the site of his killing with the Yakima Association of Faith Communities for a moment of blessing. KAPP-KVEW's Emily Goodell tells us it's not the first time this family has suffered such a tragic loss.
Talking to the community, everybody's so numb about this, and that's not right. Like, for people to be numb about it, it's not okay. It's just not okay.
They say it's not okay that her brother, Ramiro Camacho, was gunned down earlier this week, and that police say they don't know who did it or why.
The motive, unfortunately, is unknown. So we just find it very unfair that he had to suffer this way and end his life this way. He had two beautiful children, two boys that are left without their father.
They say it's not okay that they're having to go through this again.
It's pretty devastating. This is our second brother who has passed due to a shooting here in Yakima, and literally a block away from each other.
Their other brother, Tamo Salamanca, was shot to death on May 10th, 2017.
How would you feel if your mom called you at 4 in the morning, hysterically crying, not being able to tell you what happened? And more than once.
Because it's not just two brothers, it's two cousins as well. Rosendo Ramos shot to death in Cowiche on January 19th, 2016. And Gerardo Camacho shot and killed in his car in Yakima on October 5th, 2018.
So it's like constantly our family has not stopped grieving, unfortunately.
Because every case remains unsolved.
How there are 4 different murders in our family and still hasn't been anything resolved. I'm not saying that police aren't doing their job, detectives are not doing their jobs, and it goes both ways. But, how could we feel safe? How could we be a part of this community if there's no justice happening involved?
We just hope things get better and that the public is open and honest to the police, because at the end of the day, they're trying to do their jobs. So please, 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 we beg you to help us to find justice from Ramiro Camacho.
And for the 3 other family members whose cases remain unsolved. In Yakima, Emily Goodell, KAPP-KVEW Local News.
The family has a GoFundMe to help pay for funeral expenses. If anyone has any information about Ramiro's death, you can call YPD Detective Gronwald at 509-576-6597.
Tonight we have a candle recall to tell you about. These come in a glass jar with the brand name threshold. So far, there have been more than 130 reports of the jars breaking or cracking, along with 6 reports of injuries like severe cuts and burns. The recall impacts the 5-ounce single wick, the 3-wick 13-ounce, and the 20-ounce candles. They're sold at Target, and you can return them for a refund, or the manufacturers will provide labels for mailing the candles back. Tonight, a big announcement. Space company Blue Origin is now joining NASA's mission to the moon.
The capability is almost doubled with respect.
So today, we, NASA, announced that Blue Origin and partners Lockheed Martin, Draper, Boeing, Astrobotic, and Honeybee Robotics will build a human landing system to deliver NASA astronauts to the lunar surface.
NASA says the company, started by Amazon titan Jeff Bezos, will prepare its Blue Moon lander concept for a mission they're calling Artemis 5. That's slated for launch in about 5 years, 2029. That mission will fly astronauts to the surface of the moon. The Blue Origin lander will take them to and from the Lunar Space Station.
Incredible.
And it is an exciting weekend ahead for Washington-based scientists. For the first time ever, the Allen Institute's collection of stem cells will travel to space.
It will launch Sunday on a spacecraft that will eventually reach the International Space Station. Frankie Thompson reports new at 6:30.
These are some of the machines that we use to perform genetic testing.
For scientist Brock Roberts of the Allen Institute for Cell Science, each day in the lab is a new adventure.
The green fluorescent protein attachment onto the SOX2 gene.
Now their research will take on a new adventure of its own, going into space for the first time in the Institute's history.
It's been tremendously gratifying. We work hard. We do work that's exciting. We also do work that's tedious, and it really helps us to know that all of that leads to something with a larger purpose.
The groundbreaking experiment is part of a private mission to the International Space Station. These 4 astronauts with Axiom Space will be in orbit for 5 days conducting research using a collection of Allen Institute's reprogrammed stem cells from human skin. The goal of this study is to evaluate how the cells react in a reduced or zero-gravity environment, research that could help scientists like Roberts take their studies to unbelievable heights.
What we're trying to do is understand the potential of stem cells, what they can do if they ever could be used in incredibly important therapeutic applications. What are the specific cues, triggers, and ways to manipulate them so that they become ultimately other cell types? How do they make those decisions?
What the astronauts discover while aboard the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket could break new ground in the efficiency of cell research, ultimately connected to medical applications that may use cells for therapy, like repairing cardiac tissue after a heart attack, for example.
Many transitions are important for health reasons. For example, the transition from healthy cells to cancerous cells.
Counting down the days until launch, Roberts will be in the lab searching for new discoveries under the microscope.
When the space station cruises over, we'll keep an eye out for it.
Incredible. So glad we have bright minds like that working behind the scenes.
Yes.
Well, he's one of thousands of college students graduating this spring. One accomplished teen already has 4 degrees, and he's younger than many high school freshmen. His story coming up.
Plus, breaking barriers, the important message several Yakima artists will bring to a weekend symposium.
And hot and smoky with hotter conditions expected on Saturday. Jason's first alert forecast still to come on KAPP Local News at 6:30.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bath Fitter will remodel your bath in as little as 1 day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
Reel in a fortune during the $200,000 Fishing for a Fortune at Wild Horse Resort and Casino with over $7,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Cash your line and win up to $750 free play, $1,000 cash, or hook a new 15-foot Alaskan DLX boat. Play Wednesdays and multiply your entries. Use your Club Wild card and earn points and win special prizes from Billy's Bait Shop. Reel in your next fortune today. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
Great to see ya. Come on down. Welcome to Sea Galley. Dinner tonight or the Shipwreck Lounge. May I suggest our surf and turf special, prime rib and crab.
This all-new Aria is an elegant EV.
Yeah, with 389 horsepower. And all-wheel drive.
It's beautiful.
It's a beast.
It's electric.
With an edge.
Oh, let's go with that.
Get a low $429 per month lease or get 2.99% financing for 36 months on the all-new Aria.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
What? Multiple lines?
Hello? Yeah, 1 sec. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data.
Just one line with unlimited data.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need.
No, you hang up.
Are you even listening, guy who never looks up from his phone?
Oh, not for me, I just say it.
Okay, so no, you're not listening.
Get one line for $29.99, plus every plan is price protected. US Cellular, built for us.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Welcome back, everyone. The Army Reserve held a ribbon cutting today for its brand new tactical equipment maintenance facility located at the Yakima Training Center. Officials say it's a project 15 years in the making and will replace an older and smaller facility they previously used at Joint Base Lewis McChord. It will allow Army Reserve officers with the 88th Readiness Division to get their vehicles and equipment maintenance right here in Yakima County.
The capability is almost doubled with respect to the, you can see the overhead lift and the cranes and the multiple bays, so the capacity has gone up, and the technology and everything's new and modern.
The facility is already up and running, and officials say they're looking forward to seeing how it will provide support for the Army Reserve for years to come. Well, 5 Yakima artists are preparing to speak at the Artists of Color Expo and Symposium in Seattle this weekend. They plan to present a panel discussion on the barriers faced by the Latino artists in the art world.
KAPP-KVEW's Jill Sperling had the chance to see a preview of their presentation and spoke to the artists about how they've become a support system for each other.
I'm so thankful for everyone who came.
It's a presentation that is deeply personal to these 5 artists. The story of how they became Latina artists in Eastern Washington and the challenges they've faced along the way.
It's a very intimate thing to talk about, and it feels vulnerable to talk about all these things. But I think it's very important.
They'll be bringing their presentation to the Artists of Color Expo and Symposium in Seattle on May 20th. But first, they're holding a trial run with members of their own community in Yakima.
We really wanted to make sure that we got our points across really well, and that we got a chance to actually do it a few times before doing it in the big city.
Exploring topics such as what makes an art piece Latina.
I want my work to be labeled Latina because the creator is. And whatever I create represents me and all of me, even when it's not apparent.
And how to tackle the feeling of being an imposter.
It's not that I don't deserve good things, it's just I feel like they're not for me. But they are, because I do the work.
I'm like, yeah, I can get my master's, I can do this, but then my imposter syndrome comes from me not being Mexican enough to represent my community.
Rosie Saldana didn't grow up with Mexican traditions and doesn't speak Spanish, but she uses art as a way to connect to her culture.
So you'll see like a lot of Day of the Dead imagery in my work. You'll see maybe different like garments, but then also people. The people in my artwork are of color, are women. So I'm just trying to learn more through my art, but also like just gain a better respect for it because I've never had that growing up.
These artists simply want the same opportunities as others, and they're working to support each other in that goal.
I think that's a really big characteristic about the Latinx community, because if we see someone succeed in our community, we're succeeding.
They hope this conversation will encourage others to support artists of color with kindness, funding, and by attending their art shows. For KAPP-KVEW Local News, I'm Jill Sperling.
And if you'd like to see more of the artwork by these 5 artists, we have their social media information on our website, yaktrinews.com.
Now, KAPP-KVEW First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday evening, everyone. Again, I hope you had a wonderful day today. So heat records, they most likely could fall tomorrow, but there is a wild card in there, and it is the smoke, which has dropped our air quality throughout our day today, and we have air quality alerts throughout many of our regions. It is going to be cooler by Sunday. So with these records, we do expect to see records to fall tomorrow. Here's our forecasted temperatures, and here's what our records are. So Tri-Cities, Yakima, Walla Walla, and possibly Pendleton, if it gets a little bit warmer than expected, could break some records. But the smoke is the wild card. If it's a little thicker than expected, we could see a bit cooler temperatures than our forecast. So we're going to keep a close eye on that, but we're going to be at above or near record temperatures for your Saturday. And our temperature trend as we leave tomorrow is finally going to be cooling down, and we're going to see much more comfortable conditions next week, right around our average. And our average for all of our areas is in the 70s. So as we move into our wind, this is good news for the smoke in our regions. As we get to Sunday, we do expect to see winds from the southwest, 10 to 20 mile per hour. That should be pushing out some, if not all, of the smoke that's in our areas. And again, that smoke is coming from those wildfires in Canada, and those southwest winds will continue Monday and Tuesday. So we'll keep a close eye on that, but hopefully we get relief from the heat and from the smoke as we move along into our next work week. So our future cast, we still have just a bit of shower activity expected in the Cascades, and we do have a little bit coming in from the southwest that should dissipate before it gets to any of our cities. As we move along in Saturday, again, a little bit of electricity, it looks like, thunder and lightning in the Cascades. A little could bleed over into Ellensburg and Yakima. Best chance for anything sustained will be Saturday night, tomorrow night into early Sunday morning. Blue Mountain region seeing quite a bit of cells, and then it'll move into the Tri-Cities, possibly also into the Yakima area, but that should be done before sunrise on Sunday, and then a little bit of precipitation just to the east of the Blue Mountain region. All right, our 2023 countdown. We're only 10 days away from Memorial Day, a week from Monday. That is just barreling at us. Father's Day and Juneteenth, just about a month away. So overnight tonight, we are staying very warm. We're in, actually, we're taking a look at tomorrow. We're staying very, very warm, and we're going to be seeing those highs. Again, should be some records broken unless the sun blunts the temperature just a bit. 89 for Ellensburg. Other than that, mid to upper 90s. As we move into our 7-day forecast, we do expect to see that cool down to start on Sunday. And then as we move into our work week, we expect to see upper 70s to lower 80s, possibly a little bit warmer a week from today. But folks, plenty of sunshine is on the way. We, again, could see a shower or two, especially Saturday into early Sunday, but still, folks, more sunshine than not. For the Yakima region, 93 tomorrow, then 84 by Sunday, and then mid-70s to start your work week with building temperatures as we get into the latter part of next week. So, folks, we do have smoke, sun, and heat dominating our areas for the next 2 days. Hopefully, we'll see winds come in on our weekend and get rid of that smoke again from the Canadian wildfires. But do get ready for very hot temperatures. And if you're tired of the temperatures, the hot temperatures, you'll get some relief Sunday and especially in our next work week.
Thanks, Jason. And hey, listen up. If your American flag is a little tattered, KAPP Local News and Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking are hosting the Great American Flag Swap. Coming up on Tuesday, you can bring your used flag to Rick's in Kennewick and swap it for a brand new American flag. As part of the celebration, they'll be serving free barbecue. It all starts at 11 a.m. at Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking. Again, that is coming up on Tuesday.
There's no other word quite like home, because it's more than any specific place. It could be in the team spirit that keeps your heart pounding the whole drive over the mountains. It could be in the friendships that make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a feeling, a belonging, and that's really different for everyone. So while we can't define what home is to you, what we can do is help you get there.
Find your way home in a new Subaru from McCurley Subaru.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on the FSA 57 battery trimmer. Real Steel. Find yours.
It's a showcase event at Broadmoor RV Superstore in Pasco. Join us May 19th through the 21st for the Spring Showcase featuring Forest River. The first 50 people each day will be entered for a chance to win special giveaways. How about a Salem 169 RSK MSRP $40,000 plus, now just $24,990. Save over $18,000 on a 23 Vibe, now just $37,990. Don't miss the Spring Showcase only at Broadmoor RV Superstore in Pasco. We make camping fun.
Come celebrate Pingree Ford's 95th year of serving the Yakima Valley. We've come a long way since Harold Pingree opened our dealership just a year before the Great Depression. It's hard to believe that in 1932, we made only one car sale and even accepted sacks of potatoes as payment. Today, we continue as a family-owned business focused on providing exceptional service to our loyal customers. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
From KAPP, this is Legally Speaking.
Hi, I'm Eddie Morphine of Morphine Law Firm. As an attorney, I want you to know that when you hire a lawyer, you are in charge. The attorney works for you. Now, whether you've been involved in an auto accident, have a Consumer Protection Act situation, or have a personal injury claim, the attorney is there to look out for your best interests. Now, if they're not doing that, you have the right to seek different legal representation. Remember, if you've been wronged, we want to help make it right. We offer free, no obligation consultations. Call us at Morphine Law Firm. Let us answer your questions. And if legal representation is right for you, we'll provide you with the legal representation you need. We're not afraid to fight for you. Call us at Morphine Law Firm in Kennewick, 509-380-9999.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back, everyone. A recent grad has a lot to adjust to because he's not even old enough to drive a car.
So I have 10 IBM certifications through Coursera, have 1 Google IT certification. I have 4 diplomas from Oklahoma City Community College.
That's Elijah Muhammad, who just graduated from Oklahoma State University at 13 years old. He didn't just receive 1 diploma, but 4. He now has a degree in computer science and cybersecurity, but he hasn't lost his identity as a teenager.
So I really didn't understand the full impact of it until my dad fully explained it. It was like, you're really doing this, like you're the youngest to ever do it.
And just as impressive, his older sister just graduated college at 15 years old. Okay, we got to find out, what are they feeding these children? My goodness.
I think it's because they're not going to parties, Maddie.
Absolutely. Hey, no party, study, you'll be a genius by 13 years old.
Well, more power to them.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're getting into tech. We definitely need that.
Absolutely. And just incredible to have those young minds on the horizon. I'm impressed.
Yeah, absolutely. You're watching KAPP Local News at 6:30. We'll be back with a final check of your forecast next.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Tonight, 6 all-time greats.
What is grit?
Who's Caro?
What is Mean Girls?
One incredible tournament. Who will be crowned the first ever Jeopardy Masters champion?
Bring it. Bring it.
Don't bring it.
Jeopardy Masters continues tonight on ABC.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more, with a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade, all with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups. Plus, get a $2,500 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your community Chevy dealers.
Being involved in a car accident is stressful. Who's going to pay for your injuries, medical expenses, and lost wages? Unfortunately, during the stressful time, most insurance companies will not look out for your rights and will often fight your claim. Don't stress out. Let Capuzza Lady fight for you. They have helped people all across the Yakima Valley win their cases and get the compensation they deserved. Don't try to handle it yourself. They are ready to fight for you. More cash for your crash. Call Capuzza Lady today for a free consultation. 866-4166.
Total Energy Management has been serving the Tri-Cities area with superior HVAC service for over 38 years. Our priority is to exceed consumer and client expectations with innovative Carrier products and a brand new facility with state-of-the-art equipment. It's time to beat the cold with Carrier's Cool Cash rebate of up to $1,750. Turn to the experts at Total Energy Management and save on your next home comfort system.
Get a free Makita Impact Driver Kit or a Pit Boss grill now when you build a deck with wood decking or TimberTech or Trex composite decking and railing from Par. Visit par.com for details.
What are you going to build?
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
E.T., followed by Extra, tonight at 7 on KAPP.
Well, it is Friday, the weekend is here, but it's going to be very hot.
Yep, Jason Valentine has another look at what to expect for this weekend.
All right, folks, let's get you ready for your Saturday. Happy weekend, everyone. Plenty of sunshine expected, though we do expect more haze tomorrow. Highs are going to be in the mid to upper 90s for the Tri-Cities area, right around the mid 90s for Yakima. Again, folks, staying very, very warm. Mid 90s for Walla Walla. Plenty of sunshine there. Maybe a little bit of afternoon clouds for Ellensburg. We expect to see around 89 for Ellensburg. Could see some late showers tomorrow night into very early on Sunday. And just get ready for those cooler temperatures and hopefully less smoke by Sunday.
All right, going to be a toasty one. If you're going to the water, stay safe or maybe just stay out of it.
Or maybe go to a baseball game like we'll be doing.
Definitely.
Thanks so much for watching. We're back tonight at 11.